long-term strategy. It is from 2015 to 2020. So we're putting in place one for 2021 to 2025. But as we do that, we're reviewing how we've performed. We're reviewing what we need to do better. The other things also that have been work in progress, but we have used this lockdown to sort of, our marketing strategy is getting, improved. I talked about finalizing writing our long-term athletes development plan. That is a work in progress. And we've given ourselves really, really tight targets to finalize this. We're also consolidating our sponsorship. Obviously, it's a rough time. It's a tough time for anyone right now to be engaging sponsors and the like. But we're talking futuristically. We should have been hosting the Kana Zone 3 swimming championships this year, but it's very highly likely that we postpone them because of the other things that have affected the environment. So I have a good feeling, but there is a lot of work to do. But the other thing also is we would like people to allow us to make honest mistakes as we contribute to national building. Brian here made a very interesting remark. We've been lumped up with leisure activities, and which is not a problem. Sport is also intended to for leisure and entertainment. Yeah, but I think in the future we would like to be more identified with a professional kind of a paid sector, which is not just about leisure. Yeah, so we hope that we'll now reset the clock since COVID has stolen a couple of months. Many of our events could not be performed on the calendar. We should have had our national selections event in June, our national championships. And that, of course, is one of our biggest. We usually have a big event in October. I doubt that we'll have it. Schools are on lockdown. That October event is a schools event. The Independence Gala. We usually have a national sprint in November. Again, if people haven't been swimming, you can't just get them back in the water to do, some competitive things. They need about 2 months to be in that place. Some may require more. So I think we also recognize that we have to reset a few things so we can start afresh.
Okay. Thank you so much, Moses, for coming. Hopefully, when things start working again, you can actually return.
Bit more update from swimming. I don't think we've had it a lot yet.
I know should run to the office.
No, I'll try to pass by. I know there could have been a couple more other things we would have loved to discuss because there's no federation in Uganda that doesn't have fights. So I know swimming has had its own. So that's for another day. I think when you come back, we'll have a bigger discussion about it.
Don't scare Moses. He might not return.
No, he will come.
No, I am.
The man, how can a lawyer just fearing things to do with the fights? Nothing like
well, I don't look at it as fights, Brian. I think,
yeah,
there's conflict everywhere. I think it's a question of how you manage it. And that's why even in government, you've got the government, then you've got the opposition. It's recognized that people don't agree all the time. I think the issues will come when it's not manageable. And we've been encouraged, by the way, by our minister, the new minister, Honorable Dennis Oboa, to ensure that these things are handled in such a way that they do not affect, the operations of our federations across the country.
Okay. So
that's not news you're talking about, Brian. We can discuss it now. If Aisha allows us, I'm ready.
No, let's set another day.
Definitely, guys. Brian, maybe as we switch to football, there were a couple of signings this week across the board. Police getting in Tony Maweje, Eric Senjobe, and Hassan Mohammed. Vipers also putting on a show as well, getting a couple of players in there, as well as a coach, Chiwa Paul. Then URA picking up Tom Ikara, the goalkeeper. Is there anything you can read into that? The teams prepare for that
those are
season?
Some big signings, especially for police. I think they've done their business in quite an intelligent manner. They don't have a lot of money to spend, so you've got to go out and Eric Senjobe, you'd consider him as a reject at the club. Cases here to be sincere, he barely played any football. I don't think it's as bad as the minutes he played, because I think he would have probably gotten a couple more. Maybe at police with Abdallah, and I think police are preparing themselves for the departure of Arafat Galiwang, who's been their #1 left back, and a guy who has really improved. Right, practically every season, there's been improvements about how he's been playing. The first time I watched him, I was there thinking, first of all, that size is not for a left back.
Too tall for a
Exactly. Too at times lousy, at times very unserious. But the guy has grown and is he's been quite one of the best, I think, left backs in the league. Thanks to Abdallah Muvidu, I think he did a good job with him. I think Eric can only get better with Abdallah Muvidu. Of course, the biggest signing is former Cranes International, Tony Maweje. From what I was told, he's not going to be playing football for long. And he wanted to retire from either police or KCCA. But I think if you've been around the circles, you clearly know why. It would be easier for him. The process maybe of joining KCCA could have been a bit hectic. What the guy did, police, they made it quite easy.
And
there's now, I guess, 2 years.
He stays in shape, so I know.
No, he is. I saw him the day he signed, actually. And he looked in shape, no doubt about it. I think it's going to be a huge addition. One, for the experience, a couple of youngsters in that team, so it'll help them grow. But he still has a lot of football in him. 2 years, actually, even maybe 3, if possible. So I hope police can get themselves organized. The biggest problem with them has been the mess. Abdallah Muvidu has been a coach. He has been a father. He has to talk to landladies and landlords for the players. I mean, who does that? You're a coach. You're supposed to be concentrating on the game. And the guy has got to chase players. The player loses his tooth. The police cannot do anything about it. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
No, but you see, for an institution like police, at least they must have something for the football club. Because they are giving them mileage.
Maybe the fact that Abdallah Muviru renewed his contract, you want to hope that there was some assurance.
First of all, that is one shock. I mean, it's something I need someone to explain to me. Why Abdallah Muviru actually renewed his contract.
Yeah, so
the problems is that there.
I'm saying,
I don't get it.
Maybe there could have been a few assurances for him before he put pen to paper. You want to hope that is the case, because the talk around police has been about players not getting paid for about 7 months. The players come and go because they are not being paid.
Police is very busy on all other fronts.
So I understand they've been trying to chase a meeting between the club and the IGP, which has not happened from the time of Kale Kaihura. So hopefully it can happen this time
very
around.
Active.
So
the
they've made some really good signings. You expect them to lose most of the good players that you can look at in their team. So they've tried to prepare for that time when all those players do depart. And in Abdallah, they still have a coach that can turn water into wine. When you look at the players that he has dealt with, you think that he can do some good work with police. And given time and resources, because I think I had Hassan Kasinje. What is his real title? I don't want to mess them up, but the chairman of the club.
Happens to be the president of the
Ugandans on Twitter. But I think I had him mentioning something like them receiving 80 million a year for a football club in Uganda, in top flight football in Uganda. That cannot be enough.
Though I also know where the biggest problem came. It's not something I can say, otherwise I mean, find LBU and police waiting for me. But I know the leadership, but you are also intelligent. You just don't do things anyhow. But I think the leadership.
Political commissar.
The leadership did help. The top leadership at police at some point. So that's why they had all these sorts of problems for them. But still, I feel they should have done better. I mean, we all know how much Hassan Kasinje loves the game. But I also think he should have done, a bit better and a much better job than what he's done.
When he came here, I think about a year ago, he tried to explain some of these things, and somehow they looked like they were making a lot of sense. He looked like he was trying so much, but still things not working out, because he talked about trying to get players onto the payroll of police so that they are looked at as staff of police. But of course, these institutions, some of those things do not happen in a week, or even in this case, even in years. It seems it has not worked. So hopefully, for me, I want to hope that before Abdallah Muiru put pen to paper, these are some of the things that were tackled. That he's not going to have players that are going to the pitch when they are not sure whether they will find a padlock on their house when they go back home.
Okay.
There's no way you're going to compete with teams like KCC, like URA, when you have players that are not paid properly.
Okay. West Ham lead against Norwich, which could relegate them today, and Newcastle also lead against Watford.
I think sometimes it's unfair to use that language of mathematical, but the truth is, Norwich were relegated.
Yeah, I do
like
think
a
that,
month ago.
The earlier they confirm, the better. Sometimes.
And if they lose today, they're gone. They confirmed.
Okay, we'll be talking all that when we do come back in the next hour here on The Score 91.3